Let's learn about number 2.
Last week we looked at the number 1. Start at the top, straight down, you're done. Easy peasy number 1. 1 elephant, 1 finger, 1 thumb. This week we are looking at number 2. 1, 2 pandas, 2 fingers. I know a rhyme about number 2. I can see my wall and there's number 2. Has anybody seen the dicky birds? Peter, Paul, where are you? Peter. Oh, there you are, Peter. How many birds do I have now? Just 1. I need 2 for the rhyme 2 little dicky birds. 1 isn't enough. I need 1 more. There you are. How many birds do I have now? 1, 2. 2 little dicky birds sitting on the wall. One named Peter, the other named Paul. Fly away, Peter, fly away, Paul. Come back, Peter, come back, Paul. 1, 2. Ah. Hello. Hello, Peter. Hello, Paul. How many birds do I have now? 1, 2. 1, 2. Just what I need. 2 little dicky birds sitting on the wall. One named Peter, the other named Paul. Fly away, Peter, fly away, Paul. Come back, Peter, come back, Paul. When we count, we have to start at number 1. 1. We point and count. 1, 2. And the last number we say is the total amount. That's how many we have. So we went 1, 2. So we have 2 birds. And we stopped at number 2. When 1 bird flew away, how many birds did I have then? Yes, just 1. When he flew away, how many birds do we have now? 0, none at all. Come back, Peter. Come back, Paul. Now I've got 2. 2 little dicky birds sitting on the wall. One named Peter, the other named Paul. Fly away, Peter, fly away, Paul. Come back, Peter, come back, Paul. You could try singing the rhyme at home. You could use your fingers. 1 finger, 2 fingers. Peter and Paul. Hello, Peter. Hello, Paul. 2 little dicky birds sitting on the wall. One named Peter, the other named Paul. Fly away, Peter, fly away, Paul. Come back, Peter, come back, Paul. 1, 2. Now we can show 2 in lots of different ways. I'm using 2 fingers, 1 on each hand, but I could show 2 on 1 hand. I could use 2 different fingers, still holding up 2. I could use 2 thumbs. I can show 2 in lots of different ways. I can find 2 dots on my dice. 1, 2.
Hunt for number 2 and sets of 2 in your house. What can you find?
2 bricks. 1, 2. Even if I put them on top of each other, I still have 2 bricks. It's the number block, number 2. Last week we looked at number 1. I only needed 1 brick. Just 1. this week. I need a bigger number. I needed 2 bricks. 2, 1, 2. Number 2. I also found number 2 on my number fan. I had to search through it. I didn't want 0. I didn't want number 1. I need number 2. 2 dots. Number 2. How many flowers am I holding up? Can you count them? Remember, point, touch. Just say one number for each object. So we don't say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just one number each time we point to something and count. So 1, 2, and stop. And we stopped at number 2, so we must have 2 flowers. 1, 2, just 2, 2. I could show 2 as a tally chart. Need 2 sticks. 1 line, 2 lines, 2. Now it's still 2, even if I hold them apart. I've still got 2 sticks. I put one up and one down. It's still 2. Put them together, 2. Just 2. I could show it as a numicon piece. If I had 1 and added 1 more, I've got 1, 2. 1, 2. 1 more than 1. 1 and 1 more is 2. I can find number 2 comes after number 1 because it's 1 more. So number 1, 2. So when we count 1, 2. If I look on my bigger number line, I know it's a small number because it's just 1 more than 1. There it is. Comes after number 1. 1, 2. I found some more 2s when I was playing games. When I was playing cards, I found the 2 of hearts. I saw a 2 and I counted 2 big hearts and 2 tiny small hearts. I also saw 2 when I was playing dominoes. 1, 2. 2. They look a bit different, but there's 2 dots on each of them. 1, 2, 1, 2. Number 2. How many teddy bears am I holding up? Let's see if you can work it out. 1, 2. 2 tiny teddy bears. 1, 2. I've also got 2 socks. 1, 2. I can write number 2. It's a bit trickier than number 1. Number 1, easy peasy number 1. Number 1, straight down and you're done. Easy peasy number 1. Number 2 is a little harder. Can you see? It looks like a swimming swan. 2 little ducks. Number 2. Oh, I've got 2 2s. 1, 2. So number 2, start at the top, curl around, diagonally down, and then make our swan swim on the water. It's a little rhyme that will help you remember how to draw number 2. What shape is this? It's a heart. When we draw number 2, it's like half a heart. So just half a heart. Just this half. Half a heart says I love you. Draw a line, it's number 2. So we start at the top, draw half a heart, diagonally down, and then we need to make our swan swim on the water. Number 2. Half a heart says I love you, and draw a line for number 2. Half a heart says I love you, draw a line, it's number 2. Also, another little trick you could try. If you can't remember which way round your 2 goes, if you put your hand on your board or on your paper, a bit tricky for me, and we use our thumb. If you start where your thumb and finger meet, you can go around your thumb and draw a line. Number 2. Hand on the paper, prop it up. Go around our thumb and draw a line. Number 2. Now I've been doing my washing, but I've got in a terrible, terrible muddle. I've got socks everywhere and I don't know how to sort them. I want to make pairs of socks. Now pair is 2 of something. Like I have 2 hands, 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 elbows, 2 shoulders, 2 knees, 2 feet, and 2 socks to put on my feet. Now a pair is 2 of something the same. Is this a pair? There's 2 socks, 1, 2, but are they the same? No, I've got a pink one and I've got a stripy sock. So I need to find 2 the same. So I need help to put them in pairs. Oh, I've got it. I've got a stripy sock. Is that a pair? Are they the same? No. This one is a red and white stripy sock with Christmas puddings. And this one, well, it's blue, white and yellow with stars. They're not the same. I need to find a stripy sock. Are they the same? They are 2 stripy socks that are the same. I've made a pair. 1, 2. I'll put those together. S is our sound of the week. Socks begin with a s sound. Socks and stripes. I've also got another one that begins with a s sound. Hasn't got stripes this time. It's got a different pattern. Do you know what they are? Spotty socks. I have some spotty socks. I need to find one the same. Is this the same? No. As much as I love my Minnie Mouse socks, they don't make a pair. I couldn't wear those together. They're different. I need to find another spotty sock. Is this the same? It is. They are both matching. I found a pair. Hooray! Are they the same? Yes, I have 2 Minnie Mouse socks. I'll put those together. They're a pair. So that's another 2. I needed to find my stripy star socks. Are they the same? Yes. We'll put those together. 2 long stripy socks. Oh, these ones. Are they the same? No. I've got one very long purple and black sock and one small pink sock. I think that must be Dad's sock. I need to find another one that matches so I can make some pairs. Not a pair. I found a pair. I need to find the other one. Oh, I have two pairs of socks. One pair, two pairs. What colour are these socks? Red socks. They're my Christmas socks. I'll save those for Christmas. One more pair to go. And they match. I have two the same. So another pair. I found one more. They were so tiny. I didn't even see them. I have two tiny socks that are the same. So one more pair. You could try and help your parents at home. Maybe if they're doing the washing or sorting things in your drawer, you can see if you can find pairs of socks, two socks that are the same. So you could be really helpful, helping to sort the washing and putting all the socks together. Find two the same. One, two. You need two the same, and you've made a pair. You could, if you're really helpful, try and peg them on the line. I'd need two pegs. One, two. And you can peg them on the line. Or you could peg them in pairs so that they stay together. This is really good to get those fingers working. Snap, Mr. Crocodile. Snap, snap, snap. It's no good pointing at this end because the crocodile won't snap. We have to pointy finger and thumb. Use our finger and thumb. And we squeeze this end together to make the crocodile snap. Snap, snap, snap. Good game to try, and you'll be really helpful for your parents. I'm sure they would love you to sort the socks out for them, because I was in a terrible muddle. I'm glad you were here to help. There's a worksheet. You could draw some stripes on the socks, and it says 2 striped socks. There's also another pair of spotty socks. And if you've got some stickers, some tiny little dots, you could put the stickers on the socks to make spotty socks. Again, really good for working those fingers. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. So you can have a try writing number 1 and number 2. And there's a pair of shoes, 2 shoes. 2 dicky birds. So you could colour them, cut them out, and you could try saying the rhyme. 2 little dicky birds. You might be able to skip count and count in 2s. So you can work out how many socks we've got by counting in 2s, because we know that each pair is 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. I have 18 socks. So we skip count. We don't need number 1 because we know they're all in sets of 2. So we had 1 pair of socks is 2, 2 pairs of socks is 4, 3 pairs of socks is 6. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You can count in 2s. Each set there were 2 socks. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Happy counting. Number 2. We could write 2 as a word. Number 2. Looks like a swimming swan. Here's our swimming swan. Now the little trick, let's see if you can remember, for writing a number 2, use our heart shape, and it's half a heart. So we only want this side. So we start like half a heart. Over the top, half a heart says I love you, and draw a line for number 2. We go around, go diagonally, and then we make our swan swim on the water. So draw a straight line across. So start at the top, curve round the swan's neck, make our half a heart, and then our swan needs to sit on the water. So our swan is sitting on the water. Now if you're not sure which way round it goes, hand on the paper, and you can use your thumb as a guide. You're going to draw around our thumb and then on the line for the water. Not easy for me to do, trying to hold the board. I'm sure you will do a much better job. So remember, put your hand flat with your thumb out, draw around your thumb and sit your swan on the water. Half a heart says I love you, draw a line, number 2. Not so tricky after all, but it takes a while to master it. So keep on practicing and soon you'll get it.